name is Beatrice Vasile. I'm from Romania, and I'm in grade 7 studying with international schooling. I do love international schooling, and one of those reasons is because of the flexible system and curriculum, which basically lets me also do my hobbies and do school at the same time, because I can do lessons whenever I want and wherever I want without having an obligation to actually go to a place and study. So far, the teachers have been the best teachers that I've ever had so far in my life. I've only joined international schooling since last year, and I've had the best experience with these teachers, and if I could, I would continue with these teachers my whole life because their flexible timings and how kind they are and how they take time to explain to you as an individual exactly what you don't understand makes it a better experience than having a whole class of 30 people around you and the teacher having to divide their time for each person. No, I didn't. I have a WhatsApp number that I can text at any time, and I will know that even if it's late, someone might reply. And if not, then I would wait till the next day and someone will definitely reply to my queries or if I have a problem. But no, so far with the learning system and with the teachers, I've never had a problem. They're all really great, and I especially love the system and how it's all set up. So I've never had a problem with anything, but I do know that if there is something that I have a problem with, I can email international schooling or I can send them a message on WhatsApp. Definitely before I joined the school, we were all really nervous and worried that my grades were going to drop because I had to learn independently. I was an independent student and I didn't have a class of people that I could, I don't know, cheat on tests with or help them get answers for homeworks. I didn't have that. I had to study and I had to focus. And they were worried that I wasn't going to be able to do that. But from the first week that I started, they saw how focused I was and how I finished a whole notebook in a week for just one subject. And they kind of stopped worrying about me at that point because they knew that I was able to do that. And I was worried because all my friends were in school. They were all there in school and they would hang out at school. They would learn together and they would kind of have a better social life, if that makes sense. But for me, that was different because I would be at home all the time. But that changed. I stopped worrying about that, made new friends, and I can still hang out with my friends and do school at the same time. I can go to a park, for example, sit out in nature under a tree with my laptop and still do lessons or do quizzes. I definitely get enough time to follow my hobbies, and I know that I've stated this before, but I want to become an actress, and acting lessons and studies are really important for me right now, especially because I'm in grade 7, which means that I'm getting closer to finishing school and going to university that is based on what my passion is, which is acting. So the international schooling has definitely given me the opportunity to focus on that more than I would in a normal school. That is because I can do as many lessons as I want in a day. I don't have to do 7 lessons and have them all finished in a day. I can start a lesson today and do the quiz or assignment tomorrow. I can split up my lessons, and if I have something important like this session right now, I can stop my lesson and continue the lesson after the session. So it's very flexible, and I can do lessons and assignments and all the work that I have to do whenever I want, which lets me focus on stuff like acting and modeling, which I hope I'm really good at because I've been putting a lot of time into. I love the lessons. The way that they're set up and what I learn is much more fun than at my previous school. At my previous school was in person. I had to actually go to school and learn, and the lessons weren't fun. The lessons were boring and made me not want to learn. We had long textbooks filled with words, no pictures, nothing. It seemed like, I don't know, we were college students, not some grade 6 or 7 students. So in international schooling, the lessons are shorter and they're fun. They explain a lot of things in less words. You don't have to read 2 paragraphs to actually find out what a stanza is. It explains it in 2 words with a picture, and it doesn't get you stressed about it. And I just love that. I love how the lessons are explained. I love how the teachers explain when you don't understand, because it's just you and the teacher. There's no one stopping you from asking questions, and there's no other people that need help. It's just you. So you're getting more attention, which helps you focus and understand better. Yes, definitely. There are a lot of positive changes. I became a happier person. I wasn't stressed anymore. When I was at my previous school, I would always come back from school tired and stressed that I would have homework and tests the next day, which would make me kind of sadder, and I would have the worst mood every single day. I would be in constant stress because the teachers would give us a load of homework that we would have to finish until the next day. So now with this flexible curriculum and system, I've become a happier person, and I'm definitely not stressed. I wake up every morning and actually want to do school instead of having to hate going to school. So that has changed definitely, and I can definitely see a change in my learning. I'm getting better grades because I want to do school, whereas at my previous school I would get a 60% on a test and it would be good for me. But if I would get that now, I would want to improve. I would want to make it better and try and get 100. So I am definitely more motivated, and especially by my parents and people around me, they always motivate me to do my best. So I have become an independent student, and I've changed. I've become happier, less stressed, and more independent. And I've done more of my passions now. I would recommend international schooling because with international schooling, my life changed. I was able to focus. I was less stressed about homework in school and assignments and not getting stuff done in time. It's way more flexible than normal school. You can do lessons, as I said, whenever you want. But I know that there are people that cannot adjust to this curriculum because of having to learn independently. But that can be learned, because I definitely was not a person that would learn independently. I would always learn with my friends, or I would have them over at my house and we would do homework together. I didn't like learning independently. But with this system, I love learning independently. I love doing what I'm doing right now in international schooling. And sometimes I do get my friends over and we will hang out, but it's not about homework anymore because I have become a person that learns and works independently now, which has changed me in a way. So it gives you more opportunities, and it gives you a better chance of doing what you love. There are people that have stopped their hobbies and not continued them because of school, and those were in some cases a couple of my friends. And I think that that is unfair because that could end up as your career and as your future. So this gives you a better future in a way because it lets you do what you want. you shouldn't be worried about this because it's a perfect school. It's more than perfect, in fact. As a student, I trusted international schooling.